As I ran into the store, I ran straight into a customer. Ow! I tried to apologize and was surprised to see that I found the face vaguely familiar. I was right because immediately the guy laughed and said, "Supergirl Sarah!" He introduced himself as Chad and reminded me that we had been in school together. Before we could talk more, a pretty young girl came over and dragged him away to continue shopping, and he yelled, "She's my sister!" Chad kept looking at me and smiled as they shopped, and every time he did, I felt butterflies in my stomach. Suddenly, Preston barged into the store screaming, "Sarah, my love! Where are you?" The minute he saw me, he got down on one knee. "My darling, I forgive you for being rude yesterday, and I will take you as my wife. I will cherish you forever. Marry me." My mom jumped out from literally thin air and started cheering and saying I absolutely had to accept. She said if I didn't accept, I wasn't welcome in her home anymore. He almost put the ring on my finger without waiting for a reply. I snatched my hand away. I pushed Preston out and tried to get back to work, but he refused to listen. "Just lay off her, man." I turned to see Chad glaring at Preston, who looked shocked at first and then angry. "Oh, so this is why my lemons have gone bad, huh? You dumped me for this guy, didn't you?" In minutes, Mom started yelling at me. When I finally managed to kick them out, Chad was also gone. I snuck home later than usual to avoid Mom, but when I saw the light on in Ella's room, I was really shocked. Ella hadn't been home for over a year. I pushed open the door and there she was on her bed, making out with Preston. I couldn't believe my eyes and started yelling at them. Preston just shrugged and said my mom had given them her blessing since I cheated on him first. "Yes, I did. After what you did to this poor boy, I told him to ask Ella to marry him. And she, like a real sweet girl, still loved him enough to agree." I couldn't believe my ears. Mom was crazy, and she was driving me mad too. Besides, since perfect little Ella was back, I decided I was done with this family. The next day, I moved out. To my surprise, when I got to work, I found Chad waiting for me outside. I was so embarrassed about yesterday that at first, I turned away and pretended not to see him. But he jumped in front of me and simply started talking about when we were younger. He even reminded me of when I wanted to be a superhero and my stepbrother wouldn't let me. Not much has changed. It won't till you make it change. As soon as Chad said that, everything seemed to fall into place. It seemed like I had the motivation I was looking for all my life. I needed things to change, and I would change them. I walked into the store and told my boss I was done. Chad then encouraged me to find a job relevant to my field. And then right after I graduated, Chad and I got married. He finally told me he had loved me since we were kids. Preston just got there first. Years passed, and we had a daughter, Rose. I thought life would be peaceful now, but I was wrong, yet again. On Rose's 6th birthday, the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, I found Mom standing there. With her was a boy who looked around Rose's age. Mom started to cry as she told me that Ella had gotten tired of Preston and had run away. Preston then kicked the two of them out. "He said we were too expensive to keep." I let her inside, and when she saw Rose, she started crying harder as she pulled her in for a hug. "Your mom was the best child I